Hey y'all, and welcome back to the DG Outdoors channel. Guys, in today's video, I have a very fun video for you guys. Number one, we're going fishing. But where I'm going fishing is what I call my secret spot that's not so secret. And now I'll reveal it to you guys. I am at the Avoca Park and Recreation Park here in Avoca, Indiana. And this used to be the Avoca Fish Hatchery. Okay, and I'll explain all the history as I'm walking down to the last pond here. But let's get out, let's get everything, and let's get to fishing. This should be fun. All right, guys, so the Avoca Park and Recreation Park here. There's a nice little playground right back here that you can take your kids and play around. There's bathroom facilities, and that's what that little building is back here. But I know you guys hear this water rushing, okay? And what this is, I'm going to go over here and grab my fishing poles. As you guys can tell, there's ponds here. There's actually 13 ponds here at the Avoca, old Avoca Fish Hatchery. And there's a dam right here. We had some thunderstorms last night. And there's a huge dam over here. Look at all that water just rushing into this little creek. Right here. Check this out. This is really cool. Look at all this. This is really neat. All right, so as I'm walking back to the big pond that's back here where most of the fish are, and I'll show you guys some of the ponds as we get closer to them. There's a white house over here. You guys see that white house? That was built in the 1800s and purchased with 40 acres here that make up this park by a Dr. Foote. Okay, and supposedly it was used in the Underground Railroad, but in like the 30s, the state bought the property and turned it into a fish hatchery. And up until 2013, it was an active fish hatchery in Indiana. Now you can fish here, and it's catch and release only. There is a lot of snapping turtles here. May 98 almost caught a snapping turtle the other day when we were here out of this first pond that you guys are going to see. But just look at this creek, man. It's gorgeous right now. Flowing, it's beautiful. Look at that sunrise up there. Here's the first pond. This is gorgeous. Here's the first pond. All the ponds are numbered. Maybe 98 almost caught a turtle out of here, and then it bit off the lure before I could come over here and help her get it off the hook, which is a good thing because we didn't want to catch a snapping turtle. Now, a lot of these ponds are shallow and grassy, as you guys can tell. Just lots of red-winged blackbirds and all kinds of stuff. And I talked to a couple of the local fishermen around here, people walking in the park, and they're like, yeah, I caught a 4-pounder out of this lake down here, pond down here, and I'm not awake yet. And a teenage boy was fishing here the other day. Oh, look, there's a duck on the water over here. See if I can see the duck. Hold on. I gotta put all my stuff down. Hold on. There he is. There's a little duck on the water eating. I'm not sure what kind of duck he is. He's just hanging out. Either way, I'm gonna pick back up my fishing poles. Either way, one guy's like, yeah, I caught a 4.5 pounder, and I've learned that, according to some of the other people around here, that the last pond we're going to is the deepest and the biggest, and that's where we caught the fish at. Here's another look at the duck. Just eating. You got something. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get to walking, and I will see you guys when I get back there. So I mentioned that there's 13 ponds here, but a few of them are dried up. And like I said, a lot of them are just really shallow. Now with this rain that we had the last couple of days, they're up a little bit, but that's all right. I'm still gonna go to the one that I knew that I caught fish at. I'm just walking down this big gravel road to get us back to the last lake, or the last pond. I'm telling you guys, I'm not awake yet. But it's just beautiful out here. It's gorgeous. All these ponds are numbered, so it's pretty cool. I haven't seen any of the turtles yet. But this is the first time I've been out here early in the morning too, so there's a lot of snapping turtles out here, and little box turtles too. Someone has a little farm over there on their property across the creek. But there's a cemetery up here through these woods, all kinds of trails, all kinds of stuff like that. It's real pretty. So like I was saying, some of these ponds are dried up. This used to be a pond right here, and there was one heck of a rock ledge on this one. And yeah, just a couple of these are dried up. Man, can you guys imagine the bass that'd be sitting right here on all these rocks right here? So yeah, it's a little bit of a walk to get back here. There's a little pond, and I can see the bottom from here. Like I said, a lot of these are real shallow. Real pretty creek. Just saw a crane fly off of what used to be a dam. It was sitting right there on the middle, and it flew off, and I couldn't get my phone turned on in time to film it. It was big. I think it flew back to the pond that we're going to. But man, this water's just ripping. Maybe later, if I feel like it, I'll try to fish. Maybe there's some smallies in there or something. I've only ever seen the creek down, so that's pretty cool. I just can't get over how beautiful this place is. We're almost there. Here's another semi-dried up pond. Welcome to pond number 13, and this gravel road loops all the way back around and comes right back to where we're at. This is where we caught the, oh look, there's that crane. I can't zoom in. He's flying off. Hold on. Oh, there he is right there. Look, he's coming up. That's awesome. That was gorgeous. That is cool. I got him on video. But yeah, welcome to pond number 13. We're gonna walk around and fish this whole entire pond today. I've got my Zebco Micro 33 with a panfish magnet kit, and I've got a bunch of micro lures. I just realized I left the whole kit in the car and I'm not walking all the way back there. But I did bring my Zebco slingshot, and I've got some other lures that we can try too in this micro lure kit. So yeah, let's get to an opening and have some fun fishing. The other day you could stand out here and see the bluegill and bass swimming right here in the shallow, so who knows how this is gonna go. But first cast of the day. We got our first turtle in the water. I told you guys this place is full of turtles. And look. There's a second turtle in here somewhere. Where you at? Right there, second turtle. Guys, I got my first fish of the day. Woohoo! I saw my bobber start moving and I set the hook. I'll get him off the hook for you guys and show him off. A nice little sunfish. Awesome, nice little sunfish. We're gonna throw him back in the water now. Here you go, little guy. Woohoo! Yeah, first fish of the day. All right, so right after that, I threw the bluegill back in there. I got caught on a piece of grass, cane grass, something, I don't know, reeds. Snapped that little lure off. So I'm gonna walk all the way back to the car and get the panfish magnet kit. So I'll see you guys when I get back over here. On my way back to the pond. It's only 49 degrees this morning, so I was a little chilly. And I had to lock the car too, because I think I forgot to. But either way, the car's locked now. I'm basically the only one out here, but I did need to throw on my coveralls. And I grabbed some gloves in case I need them. It's always good to be over prepared for emergencies. We had a box back there with hats and gloves and all kinds of stuff for winter time. So I'll see you guys when I get back there. All right, so we are tied back up on here with a bumblebee panfish magnet. It took me forever to get this tied on here. Let's get back to fishing. Mr. Turtle, what are you doing? See ya. Well, I broke off another lure on that grass. That's the second one I've lost today. Now I got the purple haze tied on. Catching them on those reeds, the cattails I mean, the other day was the same issue May 98 was having. So, let's keep trying. Update, I switched over to my Zebco 202, my Zebco slingshot here. And I put this lure on right here. I've had like 5 snags on this stupid grass down here. It breaks off, or there's that big tree behind me. And I went to unsnag, and then I snagged on the tree and broke the lure off. So that's why I quit using the ultralight pole. I've had some nibbles. I've only caught that one fish, but it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'll probably fish for about 2 more hours and then head out. So I did pack a lunch though, so. Fish number 2 of the day. Look at the coloration on the fins of this guy. It's beautiful. That is awesome. Beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. I'm going to get him off here. You're a feisty little guy, but look at the orange on his tail fins and stuff. That's awesome. All right, guy, here we go. Woo! All right. Have fun. Awesome. Fish number 2. Let's keep going. So I'm just making my way hitting these little open spots like this in between these cattails and trying to catch some fish. That's all I'm doing. It's like 10:40 now. Just gonna keep trying to catch fish. I'm getting nibbles, but you just see the bobber bloop, go right under. The first fish I caught, I watched the bobber go S out, and then I had that bluegill, but I've only ever seen bass do that. The second one, I was reeling it in, and it hit it hard, and he was a more aggressive bluegill. He had a little more kick to him, and a little feisty. But I'm going to keep walking around the pond. So I moved farther down here, and look, bluegill number 3. Awesome. Bluegill number 3. Pretty looking fish. Let's let him go. There you go, little guy. So I've moved yet again to this side of the pond right here. And hopefully we'll make our way up that way before I go to eat some lunch. Alright guys, so I'm heading back to the car. It's about 11:15. I'm hungry. Caught 3 fish, not too bad. I did get a little frustrated earlier between all the snags I was getting, and then the line would get wrapped around the fishing pole a bunch of times, especially with the ultralight, and I'd have to untangle it. Just part of fishing. But yeah, I'm going to go back to the car and grab some food and eat in the car, and I'll do my outro when I get there, guys. Hope this is a good angle. I'm back in the car, staying out of the wind. So this was a really fun fishing trip. Yeah, I did get a little frustrated over snags and the line getting twisted up over fishing poles and all the things that happen when you go fishing. But I still had a good time. My hands are freezing. It's only 50 degrees and it's probably 11, 20, 25 now, something like that. But this kind of turned into a fishing challenge for me because all I used was the panfish magnet. I did catch my first fish on my ultralight pole, which was cool, you know. I'm probably going to head home after this, only because I've been up since 3 a.m. and I'm tired. But I did bring some food with me. What'd I bring with me? I've got peanut butter and jelly. And yes, it's in a Paw Patrol sandwich holder. If you guys didn't know, I've been a volunteer fireman for 13 years. So Marshall is my favorite. So I even have a Paw Patrol Christmas ornament. I have some chips and Cheez-Its and stuff in a granola bar. But if you guys made it this far, this is an awesome place to go. The White House over here, the big white house over there, you guys can kind of see. Well, I hope. Either way, here, let me show you. That White House over there, Dr. Foote built that in the 1800s, and I know I mentioned it was part of the Underground Railroad, but I couldn't remember if I showed you guys the house. So, this is 40 acres, a really neat piece of property. There's shelters and picnic tables everywhere. It's a big park, open to fishing. So yeah, a great place to go and hang out. And maybe sometime this summer I'll do a 10 pond fishing challenge where I take lures and try to catch a fish out of each pond. I don't know how well it's going to go. But guys, I'm going to get out of here. I caught 3 sunfish, which was awesome. You know, I know one at least was a bluegill. I think the other 2 were just straight sunfish. But y'all remember, like, comment, subscribe. Remember, Jesus loves you. Remember to push, pray until something happens. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.